Mike Hughes with Dive News Network. I'm here at DiveCaddy with Chad. And Chad, you want to tell me a little bit about what we have here?
Sure. Well, first of all, thanks for taking the time to come over and check out this new G3 model. It's the latest iteration of our new DiveCaddy, of our DiveCaddy platform. It's the new one. Lots of improvements. Still, the main premise is that you never check your dive gear. We always want to keep our dive gear with us, and we also want to save those checked baggage fees. And even if you don't pay for checked bags, having that peace of mind and knowing that that bag is right above your head is just second to none. So anyway, we always kind of explain the concept of the bag in terms of a TSA inspection, and we just are going to roll the bag out here and kind of go over the high points. So new for this G3 model, we went back to the side release buckles. We had double D-rings on the last Gen 2, and some of the customers wanted to go back to the speed of the side release buckles. So we went ahead and gave them speed where they want it, and then I'll spin the bag around here. Yeah. We kept the D-rings, double D-rings on the side, so we gave them strength where they needed it and speed where they wanted it, basically.
Okay.
So it's a great new thing for this G3. So just to show you how to open the bag, imagine we're at a TSA inspection and we're going to show them something inside the bag. So we're going to release 3 side release buckles on the side. There's one more you can't see here on the bottom. I'll just go ahead and release, and I'll slide the bag over, and we'll roll over what we call the spider pack here. Now, the spider pack is an optional use item, but it comes included with the bag. 3 more double D-ring releases here, and the whole thing will come off, which will help put it in the international configuration. So we'll go ahead and do a couple more buckles here, and we'll roll this bad boy out. So we've got a trim strap. Now, up on the top here, we've got our 3 macro compression straps, and these are really key for how we compress this gear down and get so much stuff in such a small space. We're just managing the gear and the bulk very well. So we'll go ahead and roll this out, and this is actually pretty cool. Oh, I missed 2. There we go. That's for the B-reel, I guess. But anyway, we'll go ahead and roll this bad boy out. And we've got all the gear here. Everything is here. Over here in the soft goods area, we've got a wetsuit. We've currently got a 3mm double X tall pinnacle breaker in here. Okay. It's a full wetsuit, it's not a shorty. We've got a dive skin, some booties. This is where you're going to keep basically all of your soft goods. Now, be careful how you pack this, because it also doubles for the padding for the backpack. So it's kind of a cool thing. Now,
so your suit is my padding.
You got it. Now, one thing to keep in mind with the DiveCaddy system is that there's no rigid stays. There's no extra padding. We use the gear in the bag for the structure for the bag. The wetsuit gives us all the padding we need. The fins give us all the rigidity that we need. So it's just a better mousetrap. In function, the DiveCaddy itself is a shell or a wrapper that you just wrap your gear in. The cool thing about that is that the outside dimensions of the bag are directly proportionate to what you put inside it. So small stature person, small gear, the DiveCaddy is going to wrap around the small gear and be proportionate to their body size. So you get the point. We'll move over to the fin zone here. Now, new for this G3, we swapped these 2 zones. In previous models, we kept the fins on the edge over here and put the BCD in the middle. But now, as we're moving more to a gate check situation most of the time when we're traveling, we want to keep our life support up here in the turtle pack. And we used to keep it here on the fin caddy, so we were able to switch things around. One last thing before I take the fins out here. As the fins get longer and longer nowadays, we're trying to find a way to keep the bags as short as possible. We've added 2 buckles here on the back side of it, and they mate with 2 male buckles over here that attach to the back of the shoulder straps, which is the strongest point of the bag. So what happens is, say you've got XL aqualung slingshots in here, they're going to be another 3 inches longer. So what these straps allow us to do is effectively reduce the length of the bag by up to 3 inches. So it's great when you get to the airport and you have to do the metal rack, challenge rack. So anyway, just a great feature, just another way that we give you to win. Keep your money in your pocket and make sure that your dive gear gets to your dive destination. So I'll go ahead and I'm going to pull these 28-inch atomic splits out. Now we've got them mounted in the fin caddy. Everybody loves the fin caddy. It's a tried and tested piece of the DiveCaddy system. I'll go ahead and pull it out. We're using the handle. Using the handle. It also comes with a shoulder strap, and it just hooks right here at the single point. Now I'm going to go ahead and yank this out and show you guys how
that easy.
Cool it is.
Just lifted it.
Keeps all your stuff together. We've got a little mesh bag on the back. Now, the way you use this is if you're going back and forth to the dive boat, dive destination, if you're shore diving, It's great to keep your mask, gloves, anti-fog, all the little stuff that you don't want to drop. Now also what's cool, say you're going on a boat dive down in a marina or something like that, we've got some extra loops here, and what you do is you coil up your life support here and you use these loops to hold it in place. It's great.
Perfect.
So at the end of the dive, when you've got salty gear, so on and so forth, you go over to the freshwater dunk tank and you dunk the whole thing with all your little stuff on there. It's just great. We just love it. It's a staff favorite, and we've got people that just clamor for it. Now, this is a perfect time to show you the essence of the DiveCaddy being a gear wrapper. We don't have any rigid stays. You can see it's just material, but it's good American ingenuity. We've got good fabric engineering, and we're just laying this thing out in a way that makes sense. We can get the most gear in it possible and still keep the price down. So
when it comes to diving, you might be considered the original rapper.
The original rapper? Will the real original rapper please stand up?
Exactly.
There we go.
Please stand up.
So, that was horrible. Anyway, so we've got our fin area here, so I'll jump over to the BCD area.
Okay.
Now we've made some strength improvements over here.
Right.
As you'll see here, we added 2 inches of webbing down the spines, and we've got bar tacks galore in this thing. We're constantly trying to make the system stronger and stronger. We balance weight and durability with the DiveCaddy systems. This unit, empty with no gear, with all the parts and pieces, is only 5 to 6 pounds.
Okay.
Now, I mentioned it earlier that if you take the turtle pack off, the turtle pack up here and the spider pack on the side, that's going to put this in what we call the international configuration, which is basically just the core system, and that's going to get you down to 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds. That's how we can carry on Qantas Air with some, maybe some APS Man Ray fins. We've got to, possibly go with like an Aqua and Zuma and a 3mm shorty. It's shocking how small the system gets because it's just a wrapper. So anyway, we'll go ahead and move over to the BCD area. We've improved on this the Gen 2 with this G3, and we've added some length to the wings here so we can reduce the hourglassing effect. We'll go ahead and pull this guy out. Now in here today we've got a Ziegel Ranger XL BCD with a double X cummerbund.
That's what I have.
Yeah. Well, it's a great BCD, and we've got the air
cold or
alternators.
warm water.
You got it. And I can dive dry with this all day long. Put lots of lead in it if I need to. The point is that this is not a travel BCD.
Right. It's sturdy for anything.
You got it. It's kind of a big boy BCD that you can load up, and it's just a good all around. So if you do want to go hyper light and put a travel BCD in here, boy, it just shrinks down to next to nothing. So we'll go ahead and buckle this guy back in. And I'll just kind of throw it in here quick. Typically, if I'm gonna actually take it carry on, I will tuck things in a little bit cleaner so it's a little bit nicer.
Okay.
But yeah,
we're just using the biggest of our gear just to show everybody.
You got it. One more strap here. Get this guy buckled in. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and roll this guy back up, and we'll hit those macro compression straps. Now you notice how we're stacking these like flapjacks. We want the zones to be basically vertical right over each other, because TSA, when they hit this with the X-ray, it makes it really easy for them to tell what's in it. They can see all the gear is here, and they can see that it's in context. They see the fins and the mask and snorkel. So then when they see things that are curious, like the life support, which is up here in the turtle pack, it's not curious to them. They don't stop you. I can't tell you the last time TSA stopped me taking my dive gear through the X-ray. So
one step ahead of TSA and the airlines.
Very well. You just have to understand, and you have to play by the rules, but you have to know what the rules are.
Right.
We'll dance right up to the line with this product. And when it comes to your life and your dive vacation, your dive investment, and everything else, if I have to walk on that line a little bit, I'm going to do it every time. I don't need my gear getting misdirected, ruining my vacation, or having something damaged and hearing a click at 70 feet, and yeah, that's no bueno. So we'll go ahead and tighten down these fin tip regulator straps.
Right.
And if these 28 atomics were a little bit longer, you really see the effect of how it curves it over and reduces the length of the bag. Go ahead and put our turtle pack back on here. Get our adjustments on. Turtle pack is new and improved. The sewing on it is much stronger. We're really proud of the improvements we've made with durability with the system. And then we'll go ahead and hit these other 3 straps here.
Snap, stack, and wrap.
You got it. It's like Waffle House, but not scattered, smothered, and covered, right? That's how we like it? No, I'm just kidding. Real quick, I'll go over the last aspect of things. I referenced it earlier that more and more now we're having to gate check bags. The airlines are stacking the planes full, they're canceling flights if there's a few seats, empty.
Little commuter planes,
stuff like that. So it's very important to understand how the system is used in a gate check situation. And a gate check, for those people that may not be completely familiar with the process, it's not the ticket counter in front. Usually you don't want to let this go at the front of the airport at the ticket counter. You want to get through TSA, you want to get all the way down to that gate, and odds are they're not able to charge a checked baggage fee down there, and they're just happy to be able to gate check something for you because they don't have to manage it in the overheads. So if you get in that situation, here's what you're going to do. You're going to release a couple buckles here. Now, when I rolled this up, I did not put our destination bag back in here, but typically what I'll do is I'll use the elastic straps here, and our destination bag here is a nice sized hockey style.
I like that because when you put this over it, it's incognito. They don't see it as dive gear. They just see it as a bag, which works great in flying.
You're exactly right. So what we'll do is pull this guy out, which we normally store in here underneath this spider pack. We'll release the 4 buckles, and remember we've got our life support and our computer and our mask in here. So if you've got a prescription mask, it's great to be able to keep it apart. So we'll set it aside. And the neat thing is with this destination bag, which is also the boat bag, you put your wet dive gear and go back and forth to the boat with this.
Gives you another bag.
Yeah, another duffel bag, all purpose. It is designed to receive a fully loaded DiveCaddy. Now, most of the other dive bags on the market, and the other manufacturers, they really like to brand their product. And we like to brand our product too, but we kind of see that it's corporately irresponsible to try to brand our company and put your dive gear at risk should it make it to the baggage carousel, and would-be baggage thief could see that there's dive gear. It's a high margin item for a thief. They can get it on eBay. So you'll notice on the outside of this bag there are no dive indications. There's no branding.
It doesn't say "Take me, please."
It doesn't say "Steal me, please." You're exactly right. So great bag, 1680 denier bottom. We got 420 upper, mountaineering grade webbing on the side. Another new cool thing for this G3, we added a couple D-rings on it. It's been requested many times that we put a handle on this, so when people do gate check it, they're not running around like brown paper bag.
Okay, at the last minute you can flip that handle on.
That's right, and this is people that are familiar with the system. The fin caddy comes with the shoulder strap, and so just to recap, it's one point of contact for the fin caddy. Well, what we've done is we've added a couple simple pieces of hardware here so that you can create a 2-point of contact harness. And what we're going to do is we're going to take it and we're going to hook it on these new D-rings that we put on the top of the turtle pack here. And I'll take a step back here and pull it off the table, and it's really cool. I mean, it's kind of like a Merce, man's purse.
I think more Louis Vuitton.
There you go. Works for European carry-all, right? Isn't that what they call it?
I think so.
Okay, so anyway, the point is you can keep it with you, and it's easy to carry. Even when you get to your dive destination, if you just want to haul, miscellaneous accoutrements around, you can take your dive gear out of this and use it for miscellaneous stuff. Last but not least,
my man purse. Yes.
Your man purse. I know it. Well, it's better than your fanny pack and your members only jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm just kidding. So last but not least, as far as we know, we're the only manufacturer that provides a factory included factory repair kit. Okay. So we've got a piece of material for every piece of material that's in the system. Extra buckles. We've got some extra webbing in here. This is all about Murphy's Law. You can find a needle and thread anywhere in the world, my kingdom, for a 2-inch buckle that matches my system.
Right.
Okay? This is about getting home and then being able to send it back to us in the States, in Vancouver, Washington, so that we can do a factory repair for you.
Well, not only that, just by having it with you means you won't ever have to use it.
That's right. You leave it on the dresser, you leave it in the garage one time, and that's Murphy will kick your butt on that one. As divers, if we're not, we should all be very aware of Murphy's Law.
If they want more information on this system, where would they go to?
Well, DiveCaddy.net is going to be the best way to get some information.
Okay.
We're going to have new video sets up in the next few days. We're just finishing
Better than mine.
Yeah. Well, post-production takes time. Lots of photography and brand new responsive website. So we're really excited about it. We're doing pre-orders on this system now. We're expecting the first container to be completely gone before it gets here. So contact us. You can email me directly, sales@divecaddy.net, or you can hit our website directly, divecaddy.net. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure.